Well, everyone, it's opening day of dove season. Didn't see any dove, but I figured this might happen. So before we came out here, I made sure that everything was charged up with all of the thermal and all of that good stuff. So we're gonna see if we can't get on some coyotes and some hogs and just put an absolute hurting on them tonight. So you guys stay tuned. To start off, I was using a Primos Lil Dog howler. I was just giving some invitation howls. I called in one and shot it. Then I had another that was probably about 150 yards away, and it was inside a tree line that just would not come out. It was barking back and forth, and I was just kind of mimicking the call. And behind me, this one that's on camera now came out, and I was able to put a shot on it and put it down pretty quick. Unfortunately, I didn't get the first one on camera, but I was still able to harvest that. First blood of the night. Forgot to hit the record button on the scope, but got a nice little shot on him. Put him down pretty quick. Second coyote. Remembered to record this time. Surprised he ran off because that is actually the exit wound right there. It went on the opposite shoulder. We're out at the lease now. We're fixing to get the Ranger unloaded. When you guys left off, we were out at my parents' place, just got done dove hunting. Absolutely terrible weather. Humid, hot. It's humid and hot now. I'm sweating just standing here. Before we left there, we were actually able to call in a couple of coyotes. There was a third one that I just could not get to come out of the tree line. He was back in there probably 100 yards, just doing some warning barks and stuff like that. But anyways, we were able to get two. Only got one on film. I forgot to hit the record button on the first one, and then when the second one came in, I got that on camera. But we're gonna get the Ranger unloaded, hopefully get some hogs. It's about, I think it's right before midnight, so we're gonna get to it. It's extremely humid, and you guys stay tuned. Hopefully we got some more action coming your way. Guys, we just got a massive hog down. I was fixing to doze off. It's about 2:45 in the morning. It has been extremely slow. Nothing going on. I've heard some coyotes in the distance. Hadn't really tried calling because I wanted to, keep it a little bit more opportune for hogs to come in. Didn't want to scare any of those off. So anyways, I was just about to doze off, and then something told me like, maybe I should scan around, and directly behind me is just this massive hog. I thought it was a cow at first. That's how big this thing was. Anyways, I was able to put a Texas heart shot on him. I hit him 2 more times on the run, and he went down pretty quick. So we're gonna go get this one loaded up, and then might do some driving around and just see what else we can get on. So anyways, this thing was pretty big. So so far so good. It made the night worth it. This guy is an absolute toad. Huge. Well guys, it's probably about 3:45, almost 4, and I got that hog that we shot. I got him loaded up in the Ranger, and I was just gonna make one more round of the property before I left, and I kept getting closer and closer to this heat signature. It was in some really tall stuff. I thought it was, once again, a cow, just how big it was and the way it was acting. It, hogs move around a little quicker. This thing was just kind of grazing like a cow. So anyways, I got it about, I was just driving in this, had my thermal down, was just scanning, and I got to about 30 yards from this hog, and it never knew. And I just left the engine running, hopped up in the back of the Ranger. This grass was pretty tall, so I still wasn't 100% sure that it was a hog instead of like a calf or something. And I waited for a long time just to make 100% sure of what I was shooting. Anyways, got a good shot opportunity. I hit it once, hit it again on the run, cleared some trees, hit it again, and I'm pretty sure it went down. I kind of heard it kicking around in some brush over there. So we're gonna go get that, get it loaded up, and honestly, I'm about done. So we're gonna get that one loaded up and then call it a night. It's a pretty good sized hog. It's not as big as the first one we got today. this morning, but that's a big one. I hit this hog like 10 times before he went down. I thought I got a couple of good shots on him and he went down for good, but when I got close, he just kept going. Had to put a couple more in him. Well, we had a pretty successful hunt. Got everything loaded up. We're gonna head out. Got the 2 coyotes, and this hog in the middle, this thing, I don't know how much it weighs. I don't have a scale, but that's probably the biggest one I've ever got. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. It's been a very long night. I am just about exhausted. I got the first coyote probably a little before 10 o'clock, and then I got the second one just probably 10-15 minutes later. After that, I was able to call it up with the Primos Lil Dog mouth call. I had a third one that was howling at me, but I just couldn't get him to come out of the tree line. And once we packed up and left this spot and went out to the lease, I was out there for a couple hours before we saw anything. I mean, we saw some cows, but we saw this first hog here, was almost asleep, had him come out, got a really good shot on him. Texas heart shot works every time. And then after I loaded this one up in the Ranger, I was driving and I saw this one, and I thought maybe it was a calf or a cow or something, because the grass was real high and I just wasn't really sure. But anyways, I got to about 30 or 40 yards in the Ranger. I had the lights off, but I had my Flir Breach, and I got extremely close to this pig. He had no idea what was going on. It was pretty interesting. I got a pretty good shot. Of course, I think I mentioned to it earlier, I kind of waited just to make sure that it wasn't a calf. There weren't any cows around, but you never know. And I just wanted to be 100% sure of what I was shooting at. So I got these loaded up. We're gonna leave them here. And the sun is just about ready to come up, and it's just about shooting light for another dove hunt. So it started with a dove hunt and it's gonna end with a dove hunt. Hopefully it's better than last night, because I didn't see any dove. So thanks for checking this video out, and we'll catch you on the next one.